What's going on, everyone? Cannabis Express 420 here. We're going to be talking about stunted seedlings and what you can do to improve their growth. So let's get right on into it. So a common mistake a lot of people make, and I know I've made in the past, is overwatering your seedlings. Why is this important? Seedlings and plants in general, they need oxygen and they also need water in their root system to be able to grow. They need the water so they know where the roots need to go to be able to find nutrients, and they need oxygen to help everything be moving along and be healthy. They need that little bit of exchange there. So if you are overwatering your plants, it can actually choke the roots out. And how you know you're overwatering your plants is if you go in your garden and your plants are still heavy in their solo cups or their 1 gallon pots, whatever they're in, you need to make sure that they are relatively dry before you do the next watering, or else it is very possible they won't have enough oxygen to be able to grow those roots. So if you're going into your garden and your plants are unable to have enough oxygen as well as water to be able to grow, they're not going to grow. So that could be stunting your growth right there. The second thing normally pertains to synthetic growers, as they are mixing their nutrients every week or every single time they water their garden, depending on how they have their setup and the calculations they've made and all that good stuff. If you are underfeeding or not feeding your plants at all and they're starting to turn yellow and they're not growing, it's very possible that they're not getting the nutrients necessary to be healthy. So you're going to want to go back, you're going to want to measure your pH, you're going to want to measure your parts per million in your water. You're going to want to make sure that you are feeding enough for your plants to grow and not too much to the point where they're getting toxicities. You're going to want to be somewhere right in the middle, which if it's your first time ever growing, it can be really difficult. But I do have feeding and watering videos you can reference. I'll put those down in the description below, and you can go watch those after this video. Another reason your plants can be stunted is if you're doing training. Now, there's two different types of training that pertain to a lot of different methods that you can use. They are low stress training and they are high stress training. Now, low stress training is obviously lower stress because you're not putting as much stress into the plant while at the same time trying to make the plant stronger. But this can cause enough stress for it to be stunted for a couple of days, and as long as your plant's not starting to turn purple or any other kind of weird colors or starting to droop too much, and as long as you don't break your plant, you should be fine. After a couple days, it'll start to grow up and then continue normal growth. Now, if you're doing high stress training, like topping, for example, if you have the first couple of nodes on your plant and you're looking to top that plant to keep it low, to also increase your tops, it is very likely that your plant's going to be stunted for a couple of days while it recovers that point where it was sending all of its energy and also growing its side branches, which is also a good condition to have when you're growing your plants. Another reason your plant could be stunted is because it's not in a big enough pot. If your plant is root bound or it doesn't have anywhere else for the roots to go and it doesn't have enough nutrients to uptake because you can't fit enough nutrients into the pot, you are going to cause your plant problems by actually starving it in this way as well. You're going to want to make sure that your plants are getting watered every 2 to 3 days. And if you have to water every single day, normally, as long as you're not growing in a hydroponic system, if you actually are growing in pots, that is a good sign that your plants are going to need to be transplanted soon. So I would recommend going from a solo cup to a 1 gallon to a 5 to the final pot if possible. That's normally how I do it. My plants are in 1 gallon pots at the moment. I hope this video helped you guys. I hope these tips will help your plants be less stunted in the future. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button and make it glow up and do its thing. It really helps out the channel, and it also helps me know what videos you guys like. And with that, definitely go check out more videos, but I will see you next time. Thank you very much.